I'm Jeff Shiver, Managing Principal with People and Processes. I want to share some thoughts with you regarding putting together next week's schedule from a planning and scheduling perspective. So we start out on Monday. One of the first things the planner needs to know, or the scheduler actually needs to know, is how many hours of work am I planning for next week. In this particular case, we've selected 400 hours. And then what the planner may start to, or the scheduler may actually start to do is put in what are the PMs that are coming due next week and dropping those over here into the pot for this next week's schedule. And then what items have been rescheduled and what's all the corrective maintenance actions that I've got to do as part of that out of my backlog. And out of that, what he may do is put together, spend the rest of the day and maybe the first part of Tuesday putting this together, and then filling up this bucket with the different plan jobs he's got intended for that week. And then he might email that to the various stakeholders, say by noon on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have our scheduling meeting. Maybe that's at 10 o'clock on Wednesday. We have that scheduling meeting. Ideally, everyone's already looked at their emails, seen what's in the bucket for next week. We make it as short a meeting as we possibly can, maybe 15 minutes approximately. And the remainder, the other 15 minutes that we might take out of a 30-minute meeting, what did we do in the last week, the previous week, from a schedule compliance standpoint? What were the schedule breaks and having those conversations? But anyway, after we finish that scheduling meeting, we continue on, and the planner might now focus on things like job plans for the following week, or some other activity, doing some job research or administrative task. And then on Friday, we're going to agree that we're going to lock the schedule. And now the planner scheduler is not involved in the schedule anymore. After we lock the schedule for next week, we're done from their perspective. And they moved on to the following week that's further down here. Now, any breaks in the schedule become the responsibility of the first line supervisor to execute. Remember, we said in previous videos that we want the planner scheduler to be strategic in nature, meaning next week and beyond, and we want the supervisor to be tactical. Once we've locked this schedule, it's now the supervisor's schedule. And they have to make the choice whether to break the schedule or not to deal with any emergencies that come up. So that scheduler that supervisor might very well take and go ahead and line out jobs across the entire week, or they may pull them out on a daily basis. Either way is fine. But at the end of the day, they're still trying to get, at the end of the week, they're still trying to get this 400 hours worth of work done. Now, one of the things I always hear all the time is, well, when we talk about schedule compliance, which basically says that if I had scheduled 10 jobs and I did 8, I would have an 80% schedule compliance. Well, that's true. But the issue is the schedule compliance starts once the schedule is locked here. Meaning that if as a supervisor, just because you come in and you find out about a new job on Monday and you plan for it yourself and you execute it, say, on Thursday here, then you're going to try to count that for schedule compliance. Nope, sorry, you can't do that. The schedule was locked back here. So this job that you did here, while yes, you did some planning on it and you choose to do it on that particular Thursday, that's fine. That's the way you need to approach it. But that doesn't count towards schedule compliance. That counts as an emergency break-in. Okay? So that's some thoughts around planning and scheduling for next week. Hope you enjoyed the tip. I'm Jeff Shiver, People and Processes. Have a great day.